Once again, the dream of a good life in Southern California has taken a major jolt.
My number one priority as mayor is the safety and well-being of everyone in Los Angeles. And we know that being prepared can make all the difference if there's a major disaster. Firefighters, police officers, and paramedics may not get to every single block immediately. But we can all be there for one another before first responders even arrive in our neighborhoods. And we can get together and get prepared today with Ready Your LA Neighborhood, or RYLAN. This free resource is a guide through the steps to prepare, organize, and train for whatever nature or fate might bring our way. It includes the tool Map Your Neighborhood to help you learn about your neighbor's skills and equipment, the location of gas meters, and the homes where people that might need more assistance live in your neighborhood. All of this information will empower you to act quickly after a disaster strikes, to reduce injuries, limit damage to your neighborhood, and even help save a life. So please, join us and help make your community and your city better prepared.
Every day, we protect and serve Angelenos. However, in a citywide disaster, such as a major earthquake, there simply are not enough of us to immediately help everyone.
In disasters like the Northridge earthquake, our firefighters respond to where there is the greatest need. This means you will likely be on your own for days or longer. Being prepared is essential to surviving a disaster.
So what do? Fortunately, we have a new program to help you prepare for disaster. Ready Your LA Neighborhood, or RYLAN, helps you and your neighbors take simple, proven preparedness actions. It all starts with you getting to know your neighbors.
Now you might be thinking, but I don't know my neighbors. Well, by using Map Your Neighborhood, you will get to know your neighbors and you will create a disaster response plan together.
How are you? Thank you for coming.
During your 90-minute meeting with your neighbors, you will determine a gathering place where you will meet after a disaster. You will discover the skills that you and your neighbors collectively possess and learn how you can help each other after a disaster. You might even find out that there's a nurse who lives right across the street. And you may also find out who might have equipment such as a ladder or crutches.
An important part of your meeting is filling out the contact list. This lists everyone, including your neighbors who may need assistance, such as those with a disability, those who are elderly, children who may be home alone, or homes with pets. If you know who lives where, then you'll know who to check on when something happens. Keep in mind, you don't share this with anyone but your immediate neighbors. Finally, you and your neighbors will learn a simple response plan that will help you know exactly what to do in the first hour following a disaster. This will help ground you and help reduce that sense of panic that many experience in a disaster situation.
So how big should my neighborhood be? A neighborhood should be the right size to help each other in that critical first hour when we can save lives and reduce injuries and property damage. We know from experience that means about 15 to 20 single-family homes and the entire building if you live in an apartment or condo, or maybe just your floor if it's a large building. If you live in a more sparsely populated area of our city, 5 to 7 homes make sense. After you've determined your neighborhood boundaries, you'll contact the Los Angeles Emergency Management Department for your meeting materials and a date for your neighborhood meeting. We will provide you with everything you need for a successful meeting, including a meeting facilitator, handouts, a neighborhood map, and a meeting reminder.
What's appealed to us for the Map Your Neighborhood is kind of taking the next evolution for the Neighborhood Watch to help us all, as a community, since we're already together, to now consolidate our resources. But more importantly, it just really drove the message of taking care of your loved ones. And there's nothing more important to me than taking care of them.
I think what we have is not just, it's neighbor helping neighbor, but it's a community thing. And I think everybody wants to be part of a community.
The first step was getting to know our neighbors, which was big. So now we know who's home, we know who works.
And it's really interesting when you get a group because somebody is strong in almost every area that needs to be covered. So and if there's not, then people will work together to make that happen anyway. And that's the whole community, neighborhood, familial thing.
And that's why Map Your Neighborhood for us has been a big turning point in enjoying our community that much more.
There's always someone who will help someone. That's the most amazing thing that I've discovered about this whole thing. There's always someone who's willing to help someone else. It's pretty awesome.
It's really that easy. Determine the boundaries of your own neighborhood and then contact us to get your meeting materials.